Hey guys, it's Tim Moore from the Bulwark. I'm here with my partner in crime, Sam Stein. Subscribe to the feed because I'm doing videos for you from LAX. I did Bill Maher last night. You can see that on Max. But me and Sam are here to talk to you about the final closing argument ad from Kamala Harris.
So it's set to air nationally today. It was released at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. It's also going to be on CBS and Fox during the Green Bay Packers and Detroit Lions game. Opportunistically, that's Wisconsin and Michigan. So yeah, it's a very patriotic spot. It's hits all the notes. It's pretty much all about her.
Yeah, let's watch it, and then we'll talk about it on the back end. Here it is.
Hey, Hannah.
Come here, Hannah. Shake my hand. How you doing?
Good.
And bring everybody back together.
And that's exactly how I feel.
That's what I'm doing, man.
Okay, you have to stay in touch with me, okay? I'm
love
very
to.
serious about that.
Love to.
Okay. Throughout this campaign, I've seen the best of America, and I've seen what is holding you back and weighing you down. High costs, fundamental rights taken away, and politics that have driven fear and division. You deserve better. As president, I'll bring a new generation of leadership. I'll take on price gouging and bring down the cost of groceries and housing and prescriptions. I'll fight for your freedom to make your own choices, and I will protect your health care and your benefits, not take them away. The vast majority of people in our country have so much more in common than what separates them. Good people, hardworking people. We see in our fellow Americans neighbors, not enemies. We believe in each other. We believe in our country. We're not falling for these folks who are trying to divide us. Together, we'll build a brighter future for our nation, where we stand for freedom, we stand for justice, we stand for the dignity of work. We haven't yet quite reached all of those ideals, but we will die trying because we love our country. Now, the baton is in our hands. I pledge to seek common sense solutions to make your life better. And I pledge to be a president for all Americans. Now I'm asking for your vote, because as president, I will get up every day and fight for the American people. I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
USA, USA. All right, What are your initial thoughts? I have some thoughts, but what are yours?
Well, it basically is nothing about Trump, right? I mean, the spot is just like pure optimism, pure future oriented, obviously like heavy on the patriotic themes. And someone made this point, I think it was Mike McKay Coppins. He brought this up off of the Ellipse speech. But it like the degree to which she and others have kind of co-opted that traditional Republican patriotic themes, liberty, flags, freedom, America, leadership abroad. They've just co-opted them from Republicans. I grew up in liberal press, right? Like my forte was George W. Bush in 2004. This is the inverse of that. It is like just absolutely her playing that role minus the Iraq War.
Yeah. I mean, the Trump subtext is the unity message, right? And I think that's kind of what jumped out to me, is that it's a pretty soft closing message, and you can imagine a closing message that was like, we feel like we need to demonstrate she has commander-in-chief chops. Like, she's tough, she's strong. You can imagine.
Put her near a tank and stuff. Although they did have a few shots of her and military officials. I noticed it because they had to put the disclaimer that the military cannot be used in an ad there. But yeah, they could have gone, and honestly, they could have gone really a lot harder at him, right? Like, yes. They could have gone really hard at him, but they just basically were like, no. This is future-oriented. Obviously, she said we got to get rid of the divisiveness. That's your point. Like, that's him. But that's subtext. That was not at the forefront.
Yeah, it's subtext. But just in general, also, it's very much we're going to turn the page. I think that what they're betting here is that these remaining people that haven't decided, the Christmas Eve voters, that they don't like Trump, right? And it's just kind of like a reminder, let's just turn the page on this, guys. Like, I'll be a unifier. I love the country. It's a reassuring kind of soft message. So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah. What do you think? Let's put it in the larger context. Like, what have you made of the last couple of days of the campaign? Obviously, it seems pretty defined by Trump missteps. And I just think, like, I don't know. maybe it's too late, but it does seem like he's really stepped in it a couple times.
It does. I'm going to play the JVL slightly contrarian role here. I think what he has done in the closing days is continue to juice the low engaged MAGA. And you do see a little bit of this in the early vote. Like, again, I'm not big on early vote analysis. There's a lot that you can, who knows what Tuesday will bring. But what you can say is that there's big turnout in the rurals right now. There's big turnout in Trump counties. And that might get evened out. We'll see. But I think that is where their team's focus is, probably based on Mark Caputo's reporting, your discussion with him. That's where the focus is, because they don't have any other option. Because he's not letting them do any outreach to the swing and to the middle. And so you see at the end here, Kamala trying to get over those last-second swing voters that we're talking about, Trump trying to juice. And I think that's like the playing field.
But here's the difference, right? Like, if you try to get people, if your strategy is based on, like, turning up people who don't vote and have never voted, one, that's really hard. But two, let's say you do it, right? Like, you're just adding to your total. You're not taking away from her total. And her strategy is, let's try to recruit people who may have voted for Trump and could potentially vote for Trump and bring them into our side. So that has the double effect of both increasing her total and decreasing his total. Now, I will say, I get the JVL thing, but I just don't think that, like, performing fellatio on a microphone and, like, going to MSG and, like, telling Puerto Ricans that their island is trash and, like, having Mike Johnson say, yeah, we're going to repeal the CHIPS Act and also go after Obamacare. I don't think those are great steps. Again, I don't know how consequential that's going to be, but, like, that's just not the type of clothes you would want, preferably, right?
I guess,
Am I crazy?
No, it's not. But I'm just saying, like, if you look at the football contrast, before I came to the airport, I had Ohio State, Penn State on the background. And the Trump ad is hard. Like, her ad is soft, going as you were trying to win people over, and Trump is still doing the, like, America is horrible, trans people, immigrants, crime, right? And so people watching that Packers-Lions game, like, that's the contrast they're going to see. And I think that tells you a lot about what both campaigns think they need to do.
Well, yeah, and I think exactly to your point, like, the whole anti-trans thing, it's shocking to me how much they put into it, but clearly their theory of the case is make her seem demonic and insanely liberal, and also juice people who are, like, young males who find this all weird and uncomfortable. Now, the downside, of course, is that it's let her creep up on the economic stuff, and the perception of her handling of the economy has steadily improved. And this ad that she just ran, I mean, it is like some of the things she hits right out of the gate are her economic messages. It's like corporate price gouging. It's like, boom, right away. Like, that's the thing that they've been hitting again and again and again. And we don't have to play it, but I was struck by Cardi B's opening last night for her. Because Cardi B, like, I mean, that was what she was talking about. She's like, I'm a millionaire, but, like, even I can't handle these grocery prices, and Kamala is, like, going to take care of that. And I thought that was a very interesting message for Cardi B.
I thought, if you like the Cardi B message, I liked the Sexy Red message, which was Sexy Red tweeted with kind of a picture of her booty, which said, "Get out of my coochie, Donald Trump." And
yes, I saw that one.
That's a strong
again, another Trump to Harris flip right there.
Trump to Harris flip, ski yee, Sexy Red. All right, how are your texts? Final vibe check. How are your texts right now? How are people feeling? You have any secret info?
I got no secret info. I did talk to a couple Dems last night because the Trump people don't return my calls. But it is what it is. The vibe it's remarkably consistent. It's like, it's there for us if we can just execute. It's going to be super close. One person mentioned the possibility of, like, 4 states decided within 20,000 votes, which is, like, mind blowing. But they seem, someone said, nauseatingly optimistic. So yeah, that's where we're at, I guess.
Yeah. I'm getting big Midwest versus Sunbelt vibes from them. I mean, like, obviously, which keeps the narrow path, but they're feeling good about the Big Ten states, less so about the SEC and what used to be the Pac-10. I guess there's no Pac-12.
There is no Pac-10 anymore. Huh?
Yeah,
it's all Big Ten.
Yeah, the WAC. Less good about the WAC. All right, guys. I hope this was a worthwhile airport update from me. That's Sam Stein. I'm Tim Miller. I'll be back in New Orleans in my studio later tonight. Keep you guys updated. We've got a big Iowa poll and Seltzer coming out tonight, and we'll be with you all week.